Australia and its discrimination. Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the discrimination in Australia. So what is discrimination? Discrimination literally means making a distinction. You do not treat all kinds of people in the same way. Maybe sometimes you do not even know that you discriminate against someone. It sometimes goes without saying, or something you see as a joke, someone else may see it as discrimination. It can be little things, but also there are larger problems known of, such as the police. For example, ethnic profiling. This includes people with a different origin than the country in which they are, held fast for control than people who do have the origin of the country in which they find themselves. There's a lot of discrimination and racism in Australia. There were in Melbourne and the capital Canberra a lot of demonstrations in front of the problem in 2016. Also, the people in Papua felt very discriminated because they were already picked up for the smallest things and they were done in an Australian prison. In addition, they were often humiliated and beaten. Finally, the United Nations came behind this problem and came to the government in February already to the conclusion that the idea of the program Closing the Gap to decrease discrimination had failed. With the rights of women, it is also very bad. An Aboriginal woman is 10 times as likely to come through violence than a white Australian woman, said Tali Corpus. Therefore, there must come urgently new laws of the government against the issue. The Aborigines are the first human inhabitants of the Australian continent. These are dark people who discriminated much in Australia. But Prime Minister Kevin Rudd offered his apologies to them in 2008 for the centuries of oppression and discrimination. But of course, the problem is still not solved after that. As a result, there was more talked about the problem. The Aborigines had no civil rights until 1976 and fell under the Flora and Fauna Act. They are now less than 2% of the Australian population of 20 million people. The life expectancy of Aborigines is 70 years lower than of white Australians. Many Aborigines live in the condition as in the third world countries. Unemployment, alcohol, drugs abuse and domestic violence are more common than among white Australians. This all has to do with discrimination because they cannot get a good job, for example. Some people of a YouTube channel did a social experiment. A woman as a Muslim goes on the street and a guy from the YouTube channel says discriminatory things to her. So they can find out what the Australian population does. Are they going to say something about it, or will they just walk away? Most of the people said something about it to the guy.
Place for people like this. This guy, like, you look like a terrorist. Seriously. Just, can you see this stuff?
Alone. He can wear what he wants.
Like, everywhere they go, they blow stuff up.
No, man. Let him wear what he wants.
Look at him. Like, look how he's dressed.
That's all right. Why is it any different to what you've got on? He's chosen his dress. You've chosen yours. I've chosen mine.
Whatever. These people.
I really like what the women in this part of the video said, because we are all the same and she took multiple examples. Also, she took herself as an example. My conclusion is that there is a lot of discrimination in Australia, and they have to do something about it, such as some new laws. This was my video.